Waking up one morning and hearing on the news that scientists have confirmed something unimaginable. Earth's magnetic field is gone. At first, it wouldn't look like anything changed. The sky would still be blue. Birds would still fly. The world would look normal. But deep underneath that calm picture, the planet would be standing completely exposed for the first time in billions of years. Because the magnetic field is not just some scientific concept, it's the invisible armor that has quietly protected life from cosmic danger since Earth was born. Most people don't think about it. Why would we? We can't see the magnetic field. We can't touch it. But every single day, it saves our world from destruction. It is generated deep inside Earth's molten iron core, spinning like a massive dynamo. And this spinning creates a magnetic bubble around the Earth, a shield that pushes away deadly solar radiation coming from the sun. If you've ever seen auroras dancing in the sky, you've seen that shield in action, glowing as it fights off the solar wind. Without that shield, Earth would be a completely different place. A harsher place. A more dangerous place. So what would really happen if Earth suddenly lost its magnetic field? The moment our shield disappears, the first things to suffer aren't humans, they're satellites. GPS satellites, communication satellites, weather satellites, military satellites, all of them float directly in the path of solar radiation. Right now, the magnetic field deflects most of it. Without protection, it would hit the satellites like a storm of bullets. Systems would begin to glitch. GPS signals would distort. Communication networks would fail. Airplanes that rely on satellite navigation could lose their direction. The world's technology would become unstable within hours. But that would only be the beginning. Earth's surface would also start receiving far more radiation. The solar wind, charged particles traveling at millions of kilometers per hour, would smash directly into our atmosphere. Normally, the magnetic field forces these particles toward the poles. But without that shield, the entire planet would become a target. Radiation levels would increase drastically. Our atmosphere would begin to thin as the solar wind stripped away the lighter gases. This wouldn't happen in a day or a week, but over thousands of years. Yet the process would begin immediately. The same thing happened to Mars. The red planet once had a magnetic field, but when it disappeared, the atmosphere slowly leaked into space until Mars became the cold, dry desert it is today. Imagine Earth slowly losing its breath, its atmosphere peeling away layer by layer. Not only would the climate change, but life itself would feel the impact. Cosmic rays, extremely high-energy particles from distant stars and galaxies, would no longer be deflected. More of them would reach the ground. This could increase cancer risks, damage cells, weaken immune systems, and affect animals and plants in ways we can't even predict. Over time, species that cannot adapt would slowly disappear. Human life would continue, but it would change. Cities near the equator would face higher radiation levels. Flights over the poles, normally very common, might be banned permanently. Astronauts in space would be in danger without the planet's protective bubble. Space agencies would have to redesign spacecraft, spacesuits, and maybe even build radiation-proof satellites. Compasses would stop pointing north. Navigation systems that rely on Earth's magnetic field would fail. Birds, turtles, whales, many animals use the magnetic field to migrate. Without it, they would become confused, lost, or die off over time. Entire ecosystems could shift or collapse because animals can no longer follow their ancient routes. And something else would vanish, the auroras, one of the most beautiful natural wonders on Earth. Those green and pink lights in the polar skies are created by particles colliding with the magnetic field. Without it, they would fade forever. The sky would become a little less magical. But despite all of this, the loss of the magnetic field would not immediately make Earth uninhabitable. It wouldn't destroy the planet. But it would fundamentally change our relationship with the sun. Life would be more vulnerable. Technology would be more fragile. And the planet would slowly, silently, begin losing the atmosphere that keeps us alive. Yet there's a twist. Earth's magnetic field has weakened many times before. It even flips every few 100,000 years. North becomes south, and south becomes north. During those flips, the magnetic field becomes weaker, sometimes to as low as 10% of its strength. But it never disappears completely. Even in its weakest state, it still protects us. The fear isn't that the magnetic field will flip. The fear is that someday, far in the future, it could fade completely if Earth's core cools down or stops spinning the way it does now. But right now, as you're watching this video, Earth's magnetic heart is still beating. The shield is still strong. The planet is still protected. And every day, deep beneath your feet, molten iron is moving, spinning, generating the force that keeps us safe. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss a journey into the wonders of our universe.